Hey everyone, this is Cole with Dialtune, and today we've got a good old-fashioned blind test. Now, I don't need to explain to you what a blind test is, but I do want to give you a little bit of the context. A couple months back, I had the opportunity to go into Robert Lang's studio in Seattle, Washington, legendary studio, and I had with me some really special drums. Included were the Dialtune Black Nickel over Brass, as well as a really special Ludwig Black Beauty, and I thought, this would be kind of an interesting opportunity to compare two Black Nickel over Brass drums against each other. So this is one of my Black Beauties, very similar to the one that I brought in the studio, but the one I had in the studio, believe it or not, was actually owned by Rick Allen and used on Def Leppard albums, and also used by Lars Ulrich on Master of Puppets by Metallica. So really rare, unique, special drum, and there are some significant differences between the Black Beauty and the Dialtune, but they are both Black Nickel over Brass. So just thought this would be kind of an interesting comparison. We'll talk about those differences, and we'll talk about what we're hearing in a second after we do the test, but let me stop talking and show you both of these snares blind back to back in a groove context. All right, do you think you know what it is so far? I don't want you cheating. I don't want you scrubbing ahead. Either start writing a comment with what you think it is right now, or write your answers down. Now I want to show you just the snares, just 4 hits back to back, and then see if you still think you know which is which. All right, you got your answers locked in? Run it back if you need to. You can watch it as many times as you want. I'm gonna have the reveal coming up here in just a second. So last chance, check it again. And here's the reveal. So, did you get it right? And more importantly, what did you think about the difference between these two drums? I definitely thought that there was a difference, and I wouldn't even frame it as like which one was better. I thought they both sounded great, and what I would be curious to know from you is which one do you think you would use in which context? My assessment was that the Black Beauty was a little more snare focused. There was a little bit less like tone from the heads, and you were getting more just kind of just that snare wire sound, which makes sense because it's got the super sensitive system on there. So I think that's making a significant difference. And then the Dialtune I found to have more of a pure tone and a little more resonance from the heads. And I think this makes sense for a couple of reasons. There are some hardware differences between these two drums. Obviously, we've got triple flange hoops on the Black Beauty, and then we've got the unique sort of like quick release hoop thing that's a little more akin to a die-cast hoop on the Dialtune. And then there is just a weight difference between the two hardware systems as well. The Dialtune is definitely heavier, but interestingly enough, the way that the shell is built and constructed, even though there's more hardware, I believe there's actually less contact with the hardware to the shell than you have on the Black Beauty. So more overall hardware mass, but less contact with the shell. And then the shell itself is just a straight shell with the flanges on the Dialtune. And then of course the Ludwig has the iconic center bead. So this was just for fun. I'm curious to know if you got it right. And again, I really wouldn't frame it as like which one is better. It's definitely more which one would you use for which scenario. So let us know what you thought in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.